Hello all, Scott Grove here. I have nothing on my mind today, really. Imagine that. Today was Independence Day here in the United States, July 4th, 2012. And it's the first time I'd been out of the house in, I don't know, a month. I just never leave. I have no reason to leave. And just in the amount of time that I went to see the fireworks, which had an orchestra playing, the Pops Orchestra. This happened to be the Nevada Pops Orchestra. Imagine that, since I'm in Nevada. They were playing, of course, patriotic songs for a good hour before the fireworks went off. And that prompted me to make this video, actually, because it is just strictly the same morons that it's the same guy. It's probably just, it has to be the same guy that just travels from state to state, to country, decade after decade, that keeps doing this. But okay, so we're sitting there listening to God Bless America, and of course it's all just instrumental. It's the Pops Orchestra. And right in the middle of one of the tunes, the guy that's had about 300 too many Budweisers. Hey, you fuckers know Freebird! I swear to God. So being musicians or wannabe musicians or whatever you are out there, you know how much this sucks. Okay. And then I realized why I pretty much hate again, I hate all people until they give me a reason to like them. That's, where I'm at in my life. So, everybody in the world sucks until you give me a reason to like them, because everybody just seems like that guy. You always get that guy that shows up at every single gig, no matter what. He could go to a Barbra Streisand concert, and he's going to stand up and yell for fucking Freebird, or cocaine, or Turn the Page, Taking Care of Business. You guys do some Metallica, AC/DC, what you got? It's like, it's always the same guy. And then if you do play it, he's the only person, of course, dancing, because he can't dance to any of those songs. And he's just out there and just doing this. He basically looks like me every time, unfortunately. But anyway, so if you're one of them people that turn into like a Jekyll Hyde, where you turn into that stupid fucking moron that is the Freebird guy, quit it. If everything I just mentioned, those few songs, are your favorite songs in the world, you need a new 8-track tape, dude. Okay, so I'm just saying, yeah, that guy sucks, and I just ran into him again tonight, and it's just that guy, whoever he is. And for those of you out there that are just so brain dead that you actually still go around and go, man, like Metallica rules. Man, nobody rules shit. Especially band members or any bands. Even rulers of countries do not rule. In the USA we have the president. He doesn't rule jack shit. There's, all of Congress and everything else. They have way more power that says, President, you don't get to rule jack shit. You're just a guy who gets to talk on TV. So nobody rules. You have some psycho bastards in North Korea that might rule, but bands do not rule. And never have, never will. So leave that shit alone. It sounds so fucking retarded and makes you sound retarded. Usually the people that say that kind of shit are, of course, the burnouts, and then they are the skaters and of course, the metalheads and the gamers. I know this is stereotyping people, but 90% of the time it's one or all three of those types of folks that do that. And imagine this, people, this is just a regular rant. Nothing special here at all. It's just me blowing like normal. There is a thing where people like, man, Metallica fucking rocks. Well, of course they do. It's their job. What else would they do? You know, you don't go up to, like, after you get back from a Alan Jackson concert, you don't go, man, Alan Jackson countries. Of course, so, you know, AC/DC, they rock. It's their job. Yes, they rock. Okay. Things that do not rock. I mean, you don't go see, like Charlie Daniels. You go see the Charlie Daniels band. I've seen him before. And one thing that does not rock, you know, and you got something like, what was that, Devil Went Down to Georgia. One of the worst sounding fiddle things of all time. You know, it's like you've got him doing the one part, the... It's like, what the hell is that shit? It's like, that does not rock. That's the furthest thing from rocking that there is. Okay, so, I mean, that's Alan Jackson and George Strait, especially. Okay, since day one, it doesn't matter how old they're getting now. And God love them, great songs. You know, Alan at least writes his own songs, George never has. But, you could draw a 2-foot diameter circle on either one of their stages, and I mean, they might do this during the hour and a half that they're on stage, but that is it, and people pay to see that. So rocking is not what they do. Again, not to put anything down, but it's just, please do your best to leave the typical crap out of your everyday lingo. You know, it's just, I wanted so bad, and it's, like I said, it's my one day out. I just wanted to watch shit blow up in the sky and have a good night out with the wife, and all I get right off the bat is the drunk fucker, play the fucking Freebird, man, you know, to the old geezers on the stage that are playing what they're supposed to be playing for Independence Day music. And then it just reminded me of why I'm so damn glad to be pretty much out of the music business. I hated it. I mean, I enjoyed playing real music, whether it rocked or whether it didn't, you know, if and I generally played country, but I made the country rock sometimes, I made it cry sometimes, I made it do whatever. You know, if you say something, you know, man, that sucks, just because you don't like it, doesn't mean it actually sucks. Chances are that you just don't like Tears for Fears, or you don't like Yanni, you know, or you don't like Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. That's one of the best bands in the entire world right there. Check them out on YouTube right now. Bela Fleck and the Flecktones. Check out Victor Wooten on the bass. Best bass player in the world. Period. Bar none. You can hit me with all the other bass players you want to. They are not a pimple on his ass. Not a one of them. Okay, so check them out. Yeah, I know, I'll get cards and letters, but you'll be wrong big time. But to say anything sucks just because you don't like that kind of music just makes you look like a dumbass. I'm calling people dumbasses all the time for certain things, and it's because they deserve it. Okay, these are certain things that come up that people deserve. So me pulling this out and saying this kind of stuff, and actually, hey dudes, don't be this way, is for your benefit. I'm always trying to help, so if you're that guy who is the Freebird, or cocaine guy, or that fucking rocks, man, here's my favorite. I love to do this. People that are like, man, if you don't, if it ain't rock, it ain't shit. You know, it's like, you know, we go in there to go play a gig. We're all wearing cowboy hats. We're all wearing cowboy boots. You know, I pull along a Telecaster looking thing, and, you know, we've been playing George Strait and Alan Jackson all night long. And of course that guy finally shows up, the Freebird guy, and that thing comes out. I love it. And usually the brains aren't wrapped around this enough to understand it because they are just plowed. But again, the same thing. If it ain't rock, it ain't shit. And I'm like, so that means if it is rock, it is shit. Okay, right? If it ain't rock, it ain't shit. So that means if it is rock, it is shit, right? And they're like, well, them's fighting words. Like, no, that's just me outsmarting your dumb ass. That's what that is. You know, I'll kick your ass anyway. It's no problem. You know, it's like, I'm only, you know, as far as from me to my waist from a 38, and I could take you out, no problem, anytime. And protection is always necessary. They always say, you know, always make sure you have protection, Scott. So I do. So anyway, just nothing more than that. And there's no point to this video. Like I said, I just got back from the fireworks, and that guy showed up, and it just ruined my one and only day out. And he just would not go away. I should have just laid him out, but you know, the wife hates it when I do that to people, so she hates to have to bail me out. Okay, anyway, so I'm just me telling you that kind of crap. So lay off all the... You sound moronic. Again, basically, all you... It just happens to fall upon you. I'm sorry that it's stereotypical, but again, the metalheads... I'm a metalhead. I love metal. I love country. I love jazz. I love everything. I like... There's two kinds of music. There's good music and there's bad music. Genre, I don't give a shit about. I don't care if it's a rap. I don't care if it's done well. Cool. If it sucks, it sucks. Okay, so there's good music and there's bad music. Genres, I don't give a shit about. Okay, but it tends to stick with the metalheads or just the hard rock and rollers that are just burnouts. And again, the little gamer kids and skateboarder kids that still live with mommy, even though they're 45, that tend to get into the, it fucking rocks, man, it fucking rocks. It's like, yeah, again, that's their job, is to rock. Okay, so that's why they're not up there playing with the orchestra that I happen to see tonight. So, okay, I'm going to say it. Grow up. Okay? I know that's weird coming from Scott, because I just love to have fun and just be a moron, but there's a difference between having fun and pretending to be a moron than actually just being a total tool and being the Freebird guy. So just, please, if anybody happens to see this, you know, I don't expect many people to sit through this whole thing. They're all just going to give me a bunch of this right off the bat and then turn it and go watch something else that fucking rocks, you know. But anyway, if you stay sober long enough and off of your heroin and you're done tweaking and you're done doing whatever you're doing, or lay off the meth, stay in school. But if you're sober long enough, throw out the old 8 tracks of, you know, with Freebird and cocaine and taking care of business. And if lastly, if you are requesting songs to a band, people, get the names of the songs, you know, right, at least. It's you same people who have come up to me for decade after decade. You gotta do that there Bob Seger song, you know, Good Time Rock and Roll. Yep, and ZZ Top, I need a Well-Dressed Man, and that song about Washington. I told you that song. We just did this song in Washington about Spokane. You know, I get, these are serious requests and so forth, but that's it. Like I said, no point. Just fucking grow up and try to revive a brain cell. I know once they're burnt, they're gone, but nobody likes you people. They like you less than they like me. Trust me. All the memories just kept flooding back in of 35 years of the Freebird guy. Okay, I hate to be one of these quotation marks in the air people that do it with their fingers like this. You know, rather do it this way. Hey, how's that? So, anyway, while I'm here doing this, remember, just grow the fuck up. Okay, that's it. My word for the day. And nothing else. Take care and bye.